On August 8, 1942, something monumental happened in the heart of Mumbai. The All India Congress Committee gathered at Gwalior Tank Maidan. But this wasn't just any meeting. This was a turning point in India's history, a final struggle against the British Empire. Every one of you should consider yourself free. We can no longer live under the oppression of imperialism. We need complete freedom. I give you a mantra: do or die. Either we will see India free or we will die trying. But we shall not live in slavery anymore. Long live Mother India. These powerful words marked the beginning of the Quit India movement, a call to action, a call for independence. But the British were already prepared. They knew what was coming. The British Raj had a three-step plan in place to crush this movement before it even began. First, control the media. Silence the voices of revolution. No news, no stories, nothing about the movement could be printed. Next, raid Congress offices, seize their funds, and arrest the leaders of the movement. Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, Maulana Azad, and the rest of the leadership were imprisoned. The final stage: use emergency powers to label Congress as anti-national, crush the rebellion, and declare the movement over before it even began. On the morning of August 9th, Gandhi and the top leaders were arrested. The British thought that by imprisoning the leadership, the movement would collapse, but they underestimated the spirit of the people. Even without its leaders, the Quit India movement was far from over. The flame of revolution was kept alive in the hearts of ordinary people. But how did the movement spread, and who kept the fire burning? Let's find out. When Yusuf Mayor Ali was arrested on August 9, 1942, he had already prepared his comrades for what was to come. He knew his role was over, but the movement had to live on. His words echoed in the hearts of many. Among them was Aruna Asaf Ali, a woman who would become one of the most iconic figures of the independence movement. Aruna Asaf Ali became the face of defiance. Leading the first demonstration on the very day of the movement's launch, she earned the title the Grand Old Lady of the Independence Movement. Later, she would become the first mayor of Delhi and, in 1997, receive the Bharat Ratna. But during the movement, she went underground to avoid arrest, keeping the spirit of resistance alive. Others, like Jai Prakash Narayan, continued their struggle from within the prison walls. Jai Prakash Narayan was imprisoned in Hazaribagh Central Jail. But his revolutionary spirit could not be contained. Along with a few trusted friends, he planned a daring escape. On November 8, 1942, Diwali night, when the guards were distracted, Narayan and 7 other prisoners made a historic break for freedom. They fled to Nepal, where Narayan joined forces with the Azad Dastan. Across India, people rose in unison. Students collected school fees to fund the struggle. Villagers blocked railway tracks, and workers in Bombay, Jamshedpur, and Ahmedabad downed tools, refusing to work for weeks. It wasn't just about rallies. Strikes, boycotts, and sabotaging British infrastructure were just as powerful. Railway lines were blocked, bridges blown up, and telegraph wires severed. In places like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, there were even calls to set police stations on fire. Viceroy Linlithgow, in a letter to Winston Churchill on August 31, 1942, described the revolt as the most serious rebellion since 1857. The British were overwhelmed. Arresting the leaders hadn't stopped the movement. It was growing stronger with every passing day. But the British still couldn't figure out how to control the masses. How many could they arrest? How many could they shoot? The violence was spreading, and despite their best efforts, the rebellion was unstoppable. As the movement grew violent, Gandhi's approach shifted. In 1922 and again in 1934, he had called off the movements when violence erupted. But in 1942, Gandhi was different. In June 1942, Gandhi wrote in his weekly magazine, Hurried, "If despite all precautions rioting takes place, it cannot be helped." Gandhi's patience had worn thin, but his commitment to India's freedom remained unshaken. In 1940, the Muslim League passed the Lahore Resolution calling for the creation of Pakistan, while in Bengal, the Hindu Mahasabha, led by Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, offered full cooperation to the British government, even planning to use force to quash the movement. To learn more about the events leading up to India's partition, click here to watch our next video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more historical journeys.